So cash is...
Shalom. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the man I learned this truth from. I want to say peace, mercy, and blessings unto all the hopeful elect. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means He exists, that He is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, which means He is the deliverer. All right. People in the world, you might hear them call upon God, Jesus Christ, or Yahweh and Yahoshua, right? But we used to Paleo-Hebrew or ancient Hebrew names, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, and we are the Hebrew Israelites. There's 12 tribes. Today we're being called by bywords and proverbs such as Black, African American, Native American, Seminole Indian, Latin, Hispanic. Okay, so-called, but we're in fact, those people that make up the lost 12 tribes of Israel, the self-proclaimed white man, Caucasians, Europeans, all right, etc. They're actually they have a biblical nationality, Esau, Edom, Idumea, and they are the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. All right, and this is a video from Snyder Reports, and as you can see, no cats accepted, major changes coming, all right, and fair use. I'm not using this for any monetary gain, strictly educational purposes only, fair use. All right. So I'm going to play this and bring out some precepts.
Is no longer being accepted at certain stores here in the United States. And that's creating a massive problem, especially for those that only carry cash and are unbanked, don't have a credit card, don't have a debit card, and have no way of paying for anything other than using coins and actual physical dollar bills. Now I want to explain what's going on, but before I do, if you've ever seen this, okay, if you've ever seen a store say, nope, we can't accept coins, we can't accept dollar bills because they're wrinkled or they look old, or what's happening more now, we will not accept anything as far as 20s, 50s, and 100s after noon. If you've ever seen that, go ahead and hit that like button. Now, I want to explain what's happening. Under the previous administration, so last year, the Biden administration, they announced, or the Treasury announced, that they were going to start pretty much taking certain bills out of circulation. Now, these bills are ones that are ripped, bills that are really worn down, bills that are torn. There's 3 or more corners that are torn off. There's multiple.
Just checking the comments here. This is a comment that says cashless equal full control, track and trace your every move, and give them power to lock your accounts equal control. Well, that goes back to the interview with Aaron Russo and one of the Rockefellers. He said, if you come up against the powers that be, the 1%, the different banking families, who happen to all be Edomites, then they just turn off your CHIP, because that's the ultimate goal of the elites, is to have total control of everyone through making you bow down to them and accept the MOTB, which is a CHIP. It says this world is moving towards the mark of the beast. That's the Holy Spirit, So this whole cashless thing, with everything going cashless, the world is moving toward the Rice device, right?
Tears and tape marks on the bill. This could be a dollar bill, a 5, a 10, 20s, 50s, 100s.
Learn about crypto and get rewarded as you learn with Coinbase Learning Rewards. We've paid out over...
Now, I've experienced this more and more lately, where certain stores are saying that, no, we don't accept that. I actually went to a store just yesterday, and yesterday there was a little donut shop, and the donut shop said nothing 20s and over are not accepted. So 20s and over. So essentially, you can buy a dozen donuts, and that's it if you have cash. You can't get any more than a dozen because then it's over $20. Not only that, but there's no change accepted. And the only way I know that is because somebody went and bought one donut, tried to pay with 6 quarters. They said, sorry, We don't accept all change. The store, this donut shop, didn't accept all change. Essentially, what had to happen is they had to pay with a dollar bill and 2 quarters. They would not accept 6 quarters as a payment. This is what is troubling.
And it's starting slowly. All right, first it's going to start with the pennies, nickels, the dimes, the quarters. You know, we can't accept more than $20 or $50 bills. Pretty much all of these stores are going to go cashless. And the reason is they're going to be coerced into going cashless to remain in business. If they don't, they're going to go out of business. There's a lot of stores going out of business, man. Joanne, J.C. Penney's, Bakelot's, Party Cities. We're in the midst of a retail apocalypse. A lot of people are doing their business online, which if you, in order to do transactions online, you cannot use cash. You have to use credit card, debit card, something of that nature. You can't use cash. So you have to get on board with the digitalization, and that's where the world is headed. It's headed to complete digitalization, man. All right, your social security card, your birth certificate, your driver's license, everything.
Now, I like paying with a credit card. That's just me, because then I can go back and I can track exactly what I bought. How much did I spend throughout the month? Not only that, where did I spend it? Okay, am I buying it on paying on entertainment? Am I spending money on utilities and other household items? Am I wasting money on my interest from holding a credit card? Having a bill, right? Medical bills, all these things. But that's what's crazy. We are now starting to see more and more stores are opting for credit cards and debit cards. I've also seen the amount of stores that have signs that say no checks accepted through the roof. And I can't remember, but there was a study, some report was put out that more than 50% of stores don't accept checks. They do not accept checks as legal payment. Okay? Even though they are a legal form of tender, they won't accept it. They will not sell you something if you're paying with the check. Now, here's the reason I bring this up. We are now starting to see, in the Trump administration just the other day, Trump announced that, he's really going after the U.S. penny. That the penny currently costs $3.69 cents for 1 penny. Its value is 1 cent, but it's going to cost 3.69 cents to produce. So for 100 pennies, it's going to cost $3.69. The value isn't there. But also, and I brought this up last week.
Same thing with the paper money. It's causing them more to print. The value of the dollar is completely, gone down. All right, the dollar's being devaluated. Right now, we're experiencing inflation in the stores. The price of everything is up. And soon to be hyperinflation. Revelation chapter 6, speaks about that, the penny, for a penny. But then when you go into that, the word there goes back to denarion, which is a day's pay. All right, in the ancient Roman Empire, the silver coin, okay, which could get you 16 asses, so a day's pay for wheat, some barley, and some bread. So that's hyperinflation. Anytime it take you a whole day just to get, a loaf of bread, that's a shitty economy. But that's where we at here in 2025, or not even a month in, with the madman Nero in office. He's just starting shit. Every day is some shit. Then he's up there with Elon Musk. There's controversy that he's just a puppet and Musk is the real president. So I definitely believe that under this administration, man, they're gonna roll out, orders to bring in this rights device to make it mando, or make it acceptable for you to get it, as far as making it through the idea of convenience, legal tender,
as well. And I said that the penny only costs it's valued at a penny, but it costs 3.69 cents. So you're losing 2.69 cents. But then you got the nickel, which its value is 5 cents. And the majority of this, I believe the majority of the nickel is actually made out of copper. And like 20% of it's actually nickel. Because the cost of materials, it's just going through the roof.
And this is exactly what led to the falling of the ancient Roman Empire. All right. It's just an AI overview. The Roman currency was devalued over centuries by replacing precious metals like gold and silver with cheaper metals like copper. So they're not even using gold and silver now. You know, they are using the cheaper metals. This was done to pay for the empire's growing costs, including wars, corruption, and civil unrest. There go the Roman coin denarius. The silver content of the denarius was reduced over time. Right now, that's equivalent to the USD. Because right now, we're using the Federal Reserve note. We're not actually using silver and gold anymore. The silver content of denarius was replaced over time, started in the 2nd century AD. For example, by 244 AD, the denarius was only 45% of its original value. Right? The consequences, inflation. The increased money supply led to inflation, which caused prices to rise. That's what's happening now. Economic decline. The devalued currency and inflation made it harder for the empire to trade and led to a decline in economic activity. Tax increases. The empire raised taxes to make up for the lost revenue from debased coins. The fall of the empire. The economic decline, combined with other factors like civil wars and barbarian attacks, led to the fall of the Roman Empire. That's what we're witnessing. That's what we're experiencing right now. You know, that's the saying, history repeats itself. And also the scripture says that there's nothing new under the sun, you know.
But the nickel, it takes 13.8 cents to manufacture.
I'm going to give you this designer bag if you can prove to me that you know your finances.
Well, let's do it.
How many subscriptions do you have? Probably.
It costs, or its value is 5 cents, meaning 8.8 cents is lost on a nickel. So not only is the penny and the nickel looked at as being potentially pulled out of circulation, but we're also seeing now dollar bills, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s. Everything is looked at as possibly being pulled.
Exactly. And that proves that we're headed toward a cashless society. It's happening. You know, so I'm going to read a little bit of this article. It's from AmericaOutloud.news. Rescue cash, prevent digital slavery. All right, June 19, 2022, but it's still very relevant today. Right, we have been locked up, masked, isolated, shamed, shunned, sickened, then shut out of school, work, family milestones, school events, restaurants, and sports. The 19 feels as though it was over too many folks, but it is a ruse to lull us into complacency this summer. So that was just a test run. You know, now the globalists are in the process of enslaving us with digital change. How? By canceling cash worldwide and replacing it with what they are calling central bank digital currency. By canceling cash, they force us to rely entirely on digital currency, opening a way for them to increase their monitoring and control over how we spend our money. By canceling cash, they take away our most personal freedoms to purchase goods and services that we want, to invest whatever we want, and to send money to wherever and to whomever we want. By controlling how we spend our money, they exert ultimate personal domination over us. Right? That is the goal of the elites, to have complete domination over society, over the masses. Right? This is from Human Rights Global Justice, Technology and Human Rights, Paving a Digital Road to Hell. A primer on the role of the World Bank and global networks in promoting digital ID around the world. Governments are enthusiastically adopting digital identification systems. In this 2022 report, right, so these articles from about 3 years ago, but it's still relevant today. As you can see, you know, now things are going digital faster and things are going cashless faster. More banks are being shut down and closed. More stores are being shut down and closed. All right. We show how global actors led by the World Bank are energetically promoting such systems. They will proclaim that digital ID will provide an indispensable foundation for an equitable, inclusive future, but a specific model of digital ID is being promoted, and a growing body of evidence shows that this model of digital ID is linked to large-scale human rights violations, right? Because they're going to track your every move. They're going to know every move you make, everything you think about. And if you any sound of you bucking up against their agenda, they're just cutting you off. All right. We argue that despite undoubted good intention, this model of digital ID is failing to live up to its promises and may in fact be causing severe harm. As international development actors continue to promote and support digital ID rollouts, there's an urgent need to consider the full implications of these systems and to ensure that digital ID realizes rather than violates human rights. Well, it's a complete violation. It's a complete violation. But that's part of Esau's enterprise, you know? I believe that's Job. This is Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, and that's dealing with Esau, Edom, you know, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, their new world order, right? In the midst of them, you know, getting a large majority of the people on earth to take this, you know, World War III is going to happen, you know, different nations that possess nuclear capability, they're going to shoot their nukes over here. In the midst of the third war, Yahushua is going to return, destroy their armies, and deliver the elect, right? New Jerusalem's going to come down from heaven and, you know, put the earth back in order and righteousness, man, you know? So these are major prophecies. So we're going to keep harping on this prophecy. Matter of fact, let me just go to this one. Revelation 14 and verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. It is fallen, right? This place is done. It's true. They didn't put Mr. Trump on a sinking ship because he's helping accelerate the downfall much faster. He's helping speed up the process even faster than Biden did, right? Because she had made all the nations to drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornications. 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? If you take that in any sort of way you allowed and put that rice device in you, 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Shai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. That's a great judgment for you, to be destroyed in the lake of fire. And that's not talking about you dying, you know, you go to hell and you burn forever. That's talking about you being destroyed inside Babylon, all right, with the nuclear destruction that's going to destroy Babylon. So that's talking about you being destroyed with Babylon in the sight of Yahweh Shai, the angels, and the elect. That make perfect sense, because it says I'll bring the third part through the fire. So as the missiles are dropping, the elect will be pulled out, and they'll be looking down upon a lake of fire, watching the destruction. You know, people be tormented, burned. You know, this is where we're headed. You know, the digitalization, you know, everything going digital and cashless, this just proves that we're that much closer to them pushing out the haragma, and we're at the end of this man's system. All right. And there's a lot of false prophets that'll tell you that it ain't what it is. They tell you it's the embargo, it's the image of white Jesus, or sleeping with white women. Complete madness. You know, but when this thing gets really rolling, then they're going to know how the prophet have been among them. And they're going to want answers. All right. They're going to start going up to different brothers' camps, the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Right. And they might even go as far as start putting to death these false prophets. Most of them might put the spirit on them, put them niggas to death, because they realize they've been lying to them for years, taking their money, deceiving them, and ruining their lives. you know. Revelation 16:2, and the first went out and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noise and a grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. So there's going to be an indicator. We're going to know who took it, because there's going to be a great grievous sore upon them. That goes into the word there's helkos, and that goes into sore and ulcer, a wound producing a discharge, pus. Right, so I just want to do a quick lesson. Lord will not be back with a more detailed video later, breaking this all down, just on a quick break. But hey, I pray this was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem El Shai, to those who like